How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffled Rowlet, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we've got some Pokemon rumors, leaks, all things in between. Let's get started. First things first, we have some information coming to us from KYUREM. For those who do not know, KYUREM is the Riddler. He's a legitimate leaker that has genuine information, and the man has come out with some details recently. I would recommend watching our last two videos on the channel to get more context, because it will explain a few more things. Also, later today, I'll be doing a video about Unova and why we might be getting, or why we not might be getting, Unova games next year. So you'll be seeing that a bit later, but let's start with this first. Well, we're done on all the Sudachi hints. Let's wrap up. Enjoy solving. By the way, telling you all the new Pokemon already. Well, what is he talking about? Well, basically, Sudachi is the hint towards the DLC. Sudachi is referring to specifically the DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and he's given us a bunch of hints, and he's basically already told us about all the brand new Pokemon that will be showing up in this DLC. He's more or less confirmed it. He also posted this image just showing, like, specifically from the first DLC, where Ogerpon's being hunted by the trainer character type of deal, and the new, I guess, mythicals, legendaries, whatever you want to call them. And he says, more of a hint, thought this was just DLC 1 contents. Nope. Apparently, he's confirming that he's not just talking about the first DLC here in this case, but that he's talking about some other stuff as well. And of course, people have different theories about this. People have, different thoughts about what this could be. And we're going to go into some of those thoughts and opinions and all that kind of stuff. We're going to go through the massive post here from Soul Silver. Of course, he's been breaking all this down. I would highly recommend checking out this full thread. But we're going to go with the most recent information. So, for example, a lot more to add to this thread incoming. So he's got more information coming there. But basically, what's happening? Well, we know for a fact that there's supposed to be a new regional fake, so similar to Toadscruel and whatnots, like Toadscruel, whatever you want to call it. There's going to be more Pokemon like this one and Wiglet. Those are regional fakes, Pokemon that are brand new but look pretty much identical to existing Pokemon. We heard there was supposed to be one that goes from purple to green. We don't really know much more about that, but KYUREM did have a suggestion here saying R-Fake that turns from purple to green. KYUREM stands with R-Fake. Stand. Honestly, this generation has so much redundancy in its design. Wouldn't be surprised if we got a standing Drifloon, which could be the case. So that's what we talked about yesterday. But there is more stuff to talk about. This is all information about the first riddle. So again, he says it's edible, and which or none of them. And again, we're going to take a look at this whole post really quickly just to see what he has to say about it. So this one is way harder than the last one. Which or none of them, which one of these four will be the new regional fake in the DLC, or will it be none of them? It's truly anyone's guess. All four of these make perfect sense. We all know the watermelon coughing. Personally, I'm going with Spiritomb. I just think of a single stage R-Fake makes more sense than a 2 or 3 stage with a limited new Pokemon roster for a DLC. Spiritomb becoming edible sounds very fun as well. 2 Japanese cotton candies at festival, and R-Fakes are meme-worthy. Of course, the purple to green could flip, and it could be Swallet line. When I first heard the theory, it sounded very realistic to me, and it's a stomach after all, but my personal hope is it's the Drifblim line, because I love those Pokemon. Again, we don't really know exactly what it is. Some theories, of course, have come up. People saying it could be Gulpin, could be that. Well, we don't really know. Next up is thoughts about it being Naganadel and a Poipole. Again, it's very unlikely, but it's always a possibility, right? There was also some talks specifically in Riddle 2 here. So this is the breakdown of Riddle 2. Let's take a look at that one real quick. Okay, found this the second riddle of the 3 riddles of the game. That's why KYUREM started this one out with Secondo. And I think this is a big one. I think the screenshot below has the best translation and theories for this. And basically, we have the breakdown right here. This is not a tease for a Unova game, lol, or any future game for that matter. It's a riddle for the new Pokemon started teasing 2 days ago. The riddle is saying there's a new Pokemon in the picture somehow. Second, don't trust what you see now. I see new Pokemon in the picture. What about you? Apparently, he sees a Pokemon in the image, and since Black City and White Forest are basically future and past, could we be getting a new regional fake that has 2 forms, like one for Scarlet past and one for Violet future? Great theory there from Nimona. I think that's highly possible. Again, we don't really know because there is no really just massive information further on this, but this confirms another one of those Pokemon. Remember what he said here, telling you all the new Pokemon already. So we're already looking here at 2 Pokemon. We're looking at this first one, the purple to green one. That's number 1, right? That's the first one we have. Number 2, we're looking at specifically this one right here with the Black Forest, the White Forest and the Black City. Those are specifically hinting at another one. And here's a breakdown of riddle number 3, also with a little more explanation of why Best Wishes is more important to this riddle. So this one, basically, it was explaining how best wishes equals that. And then the person here responded saying the reason Dusk Black and Rock got the code name to begin with was because it was a request/wish from someone, likely the producer of someone high up. Therefore, best wishes is basically the special form Pokemon. Okay, it's a little hard without being able to read the language, but I think I see it. Well, I guess the letters seems to mean wish on its own, and the translation of request kind of loses that connection. So that's where I was struggling. One of those things gets lost in translation. Now, what are they talking about here? Well, basically, it was this hint that was given to us by Riddler Ku. It was basically a picture of Legend of Zelda with, the blood moon and everything, and then which one or none of them. And here, again, same issue comes up. This is Sado third, so the third and final riddle from the Riddle games. To be honest, this one stumped me, but we do have some thoughts on this one as well. For example, Jan here says the black and white anime, best wishes, go so on and so forth, saying, I don't know, maybe this is hinting at a Pokemon getting a blood moon form, possibly. So that could be the case. If it's a form change, they probably do it for the most popular one out of the 4 Ku gave us, which would be, however, I do not think an alternate form for Umbreon will be given. That seems unlikely, seems super far-fetched for them to do that. And there, of course, is more. So we got this one right here. This was posted about 4 hours ago, and it says, I've been over this a million times now. So basically, we have 3 different Pokemon that he's hinting at. We don't know much about any of them. One Pokemon is going from purple to green. One Pokemon has possibly a past and future form, and the third one is related to a blood moon of sorts and possibly dark types and just midnight, something like the night, the dark, the night, basically stuff like that. But then we also have this, which would be, I guess, the 4th one. And this one, I've been over this a million times now, and unless there's a new wooden sign Pokemon, the only concrete thing I could come up with this is that the Oni and Ogre that are chasing this depiction isn't exactly Ogerpon. From the moment I first saw that silhouette, I've said that it actually looks like nothing like Ogerpon, so maybe that's what Ku is hinting at, and maybe it is relevant in the second DLC too, or maybe this riddle has something to do with that Ogerpon symbol and its connection to typings, like the lanterns, and it carries over the Indigo Disc somehow. Maybe Terapagos is related to the Ogerpon and the type form too. I don't know, that's all I've got. Now, we don't really know what that logo is referring to, the logo in the middle right there. We don't know what it is. Is it a brand new typing? Is it a new feature? What exactly it is, we do not know. But hopefully, we'll learn more details about it soon. We'll continue on down here. It says, lastly, in these riddle games, Ku said that he's already teased all of the new DLC Pokemon. Let's see if we can get that post open. It says, already teased all the new DLC Pokemon. This isn't counting all the forms. Also, there's no way all those hints are in this thread. There are older tweets of this that could be hinting to them, sorry. I'm super sorry for the barrage of tweets. Thank you for being patient while I added these tweets to the thread. And basically, what he's referring to here, well, here's to hoping that there will be a good amount of new forms instead. My unrealistic complaint aside, it's actually way more generous than Sword and Shield's DLC. I'll be getting a little more in-depth on the topic tomorrow. By the way, telling you all the new Pokemon already. When was this? From our tweets in the past month. Oh, okay. Is this only for the first DLC? It's for both. So we already have a few of them confirmed. We already have actually a decent amount of them confirmed, to be fairly honest, which is fair enough. It does kind of put some wrenches into, kind of throws a wrench into everything. But this is basically what we have, guys. This is the list of the Pokemon we basically have. We have, of course, Ogerpon. We have Pheasantipede, Monkey-Dory, and I forget the dog's name. I forget it, or the bear, whatever you want to call him. So you got those 4, which are fully confirmed. We have the baby version of Terapagos, or whatever it is. Terapagos himself at the bottom right there. We have possibly whatever. It could be a Drifblim, could be Drifloon, Drifblim, whatever. That's another one. So that's going to be a brand new regional fake. We have, of course, there's been hints towards, the legendaries from Pokemon, I guess in this case, from Pokemon Black and White, so Gen 5, Unova and Johto getting the final forms, right? Because we already had Suicune and Virizion, so now it would be completed with Raikou, Entei, and Terrakion and Cobalion. That would just kind of complete it, as well as Nihilego as well, I guess, up there, as well as like Reshiram, which I did not expect that one, but apparently those have been hinted as well, and those would be respective to Scarlet and Violet. You can base it on the colors up there, but this is basically the amount of Pokemon we'd be getting. So that would be a total of more or less, like, what is that? 1, 2, 3, so that's 8. We've got like, what was that? Like 12, 15, basically about 15 of them, right? That's what we got, what we're working right here. We got about 15 of them, which is, that's fair enough. I mean, it's not that crazy, but it's also, it's not a little amount. It's like 15 is still a decent chunk of Pokemon, but it's just worth, looking into. It's worth taking a look at and seeing what it's all about. So, of course, those were the tweets, of course, from Riddler Koo. He's just gone through all this stuff. If you guys haven't seen those tweets, I'd highly recommend checking them out yourself, because there will be some theories from other people, within the comment sections and stuff like that. And there is also, on top of that, there is some other stuff that I want to include. For example, there is possibly that Mewtwo raid coming. I'm not sure if that's I think it's been already confirmed, something along those lines. Then on top of that also, this was tweeted by Central Leaks, who said, according to the trusted leaker KYUREM, this rumor is fake except for some typings. So possibly it could be that some of the typings mentioned in this right here could be real. If you guys haven't seen this rumor, I covered it in a whole video the other day. You can see it by just finding the picture of the giant watermelon coughing, and you'll be able to know what we're referring to. And then there's also another thing I want to include in this, and this is also specifically to do with some stuff that's a little bit on the sideline. But basically, Ilka, the company that worked on and made Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, actually helped develop Pokemon Sleep, which does confirm that they're pretty much still involved with, the Pokemon company and involved with the development of the Pokemon games, which is interesting because that means that they still are part of this ecosystem of Pokemon, and they will probably still be involved with the development of games, development of future products. They're still going to be around, which a lot of people can get worried about that, and some people might be fine with that, but it does mean we're going to be seeing more stuff from them in the future, whether that be involved with the Gen 5 games, which, by the way, guys, I'm going to make a video on that. I promised you guys. You commented and told me yesterday you wanted a Unova video. You left likes. You kept telling me, do a Unova video. So I will be doing a Unova video for you guys to make sure you get all that juicy information about all the things we know and all the things we don't know. Also, quickly want to give a shout out to Arnau here, Poke artist Arnau555, for making this awesome artwork right here. Basically, it's just a bunch of versions of these Pokemon that we thought we could be getting new forms of. So I just want to mention this real quick. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.